Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Split Rock Jumping Tour and our partner Longines, it's a pleasure to welcome you to our press conference with the top 3 finishers in tonight's $215,000 Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth. We'll take questions in a moment, but first it's my privilege to introduce our head table. At my far right, our course designer for tonight's class, Mr. Anderson Lima. If you think you did a good job. Yeah. Next, my immediate right, Ms. Erin Heineking, Mr. Derek Braun, the president and founder of Split Rock Jumping Tour, bringing world-class show jumping to Fort Worth. Also, I think, yeah, there we go. Team effort. Sitting next to Derek is tonight's third place finisher from Canada, Tiffany Foster. You guys want to switch? No, it's fine. Sorry, apologies, at the far right. I'm just making sure I know where she's sitting now. Next to Derek, from the United States of America, Eilish Knief. And center, the winner of the $215,000 Longines FEI Jumping World Cup Fort Worth, Connor Swale from Ireland. Connor, you get the first question. How was your Split Rock Jumping Tour Fort Worth experience?
So far, it's been, pretty good. The horses have been good all week, and obviously today was a great result.
Glad to hear that. What was your plan going into the jump-off on this particular horse against 7 others in the middle of the order? You've got world-class riders behind you. You know what you have to do, but how do you plan for that?
Yeah, I think obviously we had, we all have our numbers in the jump-off there, so for me, it was a nice 6, 1-2, and good roll back, get up the 8 strides up to the double in and out, and then actually I think I might have just got it where when I roll back to the, I don't know what jump, Restylane jump, the vertical in the middle of the arena, I really caught a very hot one there, and I think that just about was the reason why, thankfully, Tiffany didn't catch me, thankfully.
She certainly did not. She tried, but last question for a second. Tell me about the horse you rode tonight and what's next for you and your horse.
Yeah, it was a nice way to finish his year, actually. He's a new horse to me probably around May time, and he's just an incredible horse. He's going from strength to strength. He's already we've jumped in 4 5-star Grand Prix this year, and he has been placed in 3 of them, and again, today he was just incredible. I'm really looking forward to our partnership growing over the next year or 2, even though he's a little older. But he's an awesome horse, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to be able to purchase him. And
well, he certainly peaked at the right time. Tonight's the first time we've heard an anthem other than the American one. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Anderson, how did you plan the difficulty level for this course? You've got riders from their late teens to age 63, including 6 Olympians, 7 World Games competitors, and 6 World Cup jumping finalists. You certainly have very talented riders across the board, some stronger, some maybe this is a new horse or a new level for them. How do you approach that?
It's a tough question. It's part of our job. First of all, we take care of the horses, make sure that they go around and safely and nice. And the rest is just part of the week. It's just like a process. We did the first competition, and we had an idea who jump and how they jump, and then we just make a plan for the Grand Prix. And we pray for everything goes right, and I think we did.
That was my next question. Did everything go right for you?
I think for everybody. The ones that should be jumping well, they are sitting here, and the ones that need to work a little bit more, they will get there. And Erin's at the end of the table. Hi. Yeah, I know. You're not looking at me, but that's not me. But anyways, I'm really happy. I think that was the idea, to get the crowd involved on the show, and I think we could feel that today.
Seems that way. I'll give you an easy question. This ring, first time building it, space is always a concern. How did you use the space compared to other similar venues you've built for Split Rock and around the world?
I use every single inch. I mean, you can feel that today. I mean, they went around, and my plan was had the triple against the wall, but they will have no way out after the last jump, so I had to make a little adjustments in my course, so they had a way out after the end of the course. So you have to keep like going with the flow, and what's better for them. Sometimes not better for me, but it is what it is. Safety first.
I loved where you put the last jump. I had a front row seat to all of it. It was wonderful. We'll get to everyone else in a moment. I'm going to open it up for a moment for questions from the floor, if anybody would like to ask. Anyone at our head table? Perfect. Oh, we have a remote.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sammy.
Tiffany and Ailish, can you guys touch a little bit on the horses you rode tonight and how you geared them up for this kind of venue?
So my horse is named Vivaldi. He actually kind of thrives at a place like this where the ring is a little bit smaller and indoors. He's really small. He's basically a large pony. So that's very helpful. He also has a lot of blood, which is really helpful in an indoor. You know, you need a horse to take you to the jump. You don't want them too backed off in a little ring like that. But basically, we went to the National, and the National was great, and it went well, and that was indoors, and we figured, why not come to Texas? I love Texas. So we came here, and we also came with Paul and Machu Picchu, and we came together, and it's been great.
Thanks.
My horse had an injury earlier this year, so I was kind of building him back, and I sort of aimed him for the other 2 World Cups in Tryon and in Lexington. He was clear in both of those. So I made the decision to come to Texas because I thought it would be good for him to go to a ring that he's never been in before and just kind of keep doing, giving him different experience and different jumps. And while I have the mic, I just want to say to Derek, I think you guys have done an amazing job. The atmosphere tonight at the show was fantastic. The crowd was great. And I think that it's good for us riders to support things like this and endeavors to try to make show jumping in North America stronger. And I think that the Split Rock team does a great job. Erin and her team did a great job. And I think Anderson did a fantastic job so far all week.
Thank you, Tiffany. Do I have any other questions from the floor at the end?
Connor, can you touch a bit more on the decision to bring this horse here after using Vinny in the other legs and your other wins? And also, I know this horse has been jumping primarily in big outdoor spaces as of late, so what the transition like seemed pretty seamless for him to come indoors.
Yeah, I decided to bring him here for a few reasons. One is it's a stop on the way back to Wellington. He was up in thermal for a few weeks there, and this is obviously on the way back to Wellington. The other reason was it just gives me another option if I decide to do the World Cup finals. You know, I have obviously the horse that you're using has to have competed. So that's one of my other reasons why I brought him here. Yeah, I mean, his last show was 2 weeks ago in a huge grass field, and he came in here and did an awesome job. He has jumped indoors before and jumped very well, so I was happy that, you know, that would go seamlessly, like you say.
Can you just compare the 2 horses, Vinny and Crosby?
Like
Style, like
total opposites.
Yeah.
You know, one is small and feisty, and the other guy, you know, he's more range, and yeah, they're totally different. I suppose one thing they have in common is that both of them are extremely good athletes, and want to leave the jumps up for me. So that's kind of the reason why I've had such a great sort of year this year.
Thank you, Connor. I have a question for Tiffany, actually. I've seen you ride outside and inside. Tonight I had the privilege of walking the course with Michelle Braun, who's competed in 4 World Cup finals. It was amazing. We actually thought there'd be less clear rounds. We thought it would be tough indoors. There was a lot of use of color, the plank jump. There was a lot of things we thought, wow, there might only be 4 clear. Did you expect so many in the jump off?
I didn't. I thought that the course was quite strong for the field, for sure. But like I said, I think Anderson did a great job because there was a real variety. I think that the horses that ended up in the jump-off all absolutely belonged there, though. Those are all experienced horses that have jumped big jumps and could handle a course like this really well. But I definitely think that Anderson did go soft on anybody, and I was expecting less clear than that, but I think the horses jumped well, they responded well. You know, a good course builder builds horses up throughout the week, and I think that that's what Anderson has done this week.
I'd agree. Ailish, same question.
Yeah, I completely agree. On Thursday, there were only 3 clear, and I thought it was difficult, but I knew that it is a World Cup qualifier. It has to be difficult. So when I walked the Grand Prix, we actually said, we were like, wow, this is tough. But it should be, because we are trying to qualify for something that's going to be even tougher. So, you know, I thought it was very well executed, and I mean, I liked it because my horse jumped great, but no, I do.
Like,
this is the best show ever. But no, I do think it was fair and it was safe. There was nothing unsafe about it. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you. Derek, did this show meet or exceed your expectations for Split Rock's first 4-star?
I think this was the absolute perfect venue for our first 4-star. First, I want to say I'm so thankful to Erin and her team and Christian for bringing us here to Fort Worth. She believed in this town, not only because she is from here, but also it has such an ag-oriented heritage, and I think that really showed tonight. I don't think that I mean, I've been in show jumping my entire life. I know we all compete across America. Most of these riders here have competed all over the world. And I really think that the atmosphere tonight in that stadium was honestly unlike anything I've ever seen in the States in an indoor stadium. I've seen it, I've felt it outdoors at a couple of our other events in Kentucky and stuff, but for an indoor stadium, the crowd was just unbelievable. So, yeah, I mean, thank you to the city of Fort Worth for supporting us in such a huge manner and getting the word out there, and it just showed that this town really can support show jumping. So I think the facility, the riders, the horses, everything, you know, exceeded my expectations, and I think we're super happy to be here, and hopefully we can come back for many more years.
6 years ago, you had an idea. Let me have a horse show.
More than that.
7. What does it mean for you personally to be able to host a show of this caliber, and what's next for Split Rock Jumping Tour?
Yeah, I mean, it means everything to me. I had a meeting with my team the other morning, just kind of reiterating that this is our Olympics to date. You know, this is our biggest event so far. And we really had to take it seriously and put everything we had into it. So it's really important to me, but I also think it's part of our natural progression. You know, I've never been one to want to rush into doing something that we're not ready for. And we started in 2015 on my farm in Lexington, and we've slowly worked our way up. And I couldn't be more proud of my team. They live and breathe running horse shows just like I do, all day, every day. So I'm so thankful to them. And, you know, we started with 1, and in 2022 we have 15, so I'm excited.
So one last question. Are we coming back to the Lone Star State?
I mean, that'd be a question for Erin, not me.
I'm getting to her.
He can answer all the questions. That's perfect.
I'm going to give you one.
I don't really need to talk. He can do it.
Talk for Erin. If this were a Yelp review, 1 to 5 stars. 1 to 5 stars on a Yelp review. What do you give the show? Erin?
Oh, me? Oh, do I get the microphone now? You should never ask me any questions because I can talk forever.
It's a toss-up. It's an easy one. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I really am perfectly happy letting him answer all the questions. But I think this is definitely a 5-star. I had an idea. Derek liked the idea. We agreed on the idea, and we made it happen.
We
And
love
here we
the
are.
idea, and we're proud of Derek too, boss. Thank you. Like, this is
Yes,
great.
it's
It's the
fantastic.
experience of a lifetime for a lot of us, I think.
I just want to say a couple more things.
Yeah, I wasn't done.
I also want to just thank, I think Aaron and I both know that Texas is far out there. And it's not easy to travel across the country, thousands of miles, to come to a brand new location with really high expectations, but really not knowing what you're going to get. So, I mean, I personally, and I can probably speak for Aaron, when I want to say thank you to not only the fans and spectators that came out here, but all the riders, because, without you guys showing up and trusting us to put on a good horse show for you guys, I mean, Aaron's vision wouldn't be possible. So I really appreciate it, and thank you again. And I'm not going to forget that Tiffany, Anderson, you should know that Tiffany said it was going to be a bloodbath out there.
That's why I asked her that question.
Be clear. That's why I looked at you like.
Turning me off. I want to follow up on that. I am extremely, extremely grateful to all the riders that came to Texas to take a chance on us, and I hope we prove that we can hold our own in the international community. But thanks. I know it was a long road. Appreciate it.
We'll make it to Billy Bob's.
Yes. Well, Connor did, and look how that worked out for him. You have to go to Billy Bob's the night before the Grand Prix, and look how that works out. Yes.
No, I mean, honestly, I haven't been, sorry, you didn't ask a question, but I haven't felt more support in a town than Fort Worth to date, and we go to a lot of towns. With 15 shows next year, we go to, a lot of horse communities all over the country, from California to the East Coast, and the way the city rallied around this event tonight, for me, was like no other. So, I mean, it's a testament to the town, Aaron's vision, and hopefully we can keep doing this for many years.
That was actually the question, rank this with the others, and I think you just did. I got one more for Connor. Connor's, as of yesterday, was ranked 13th in the world, I believe our highest ranked rider coming in. We're going to see you at the World Cup finals, right?
Yeah, that's a possibility, yeah.
You going to win?
Suppose that is also possible, yeah.
You're gonna have to go to Billy Bob's the night before.
It seemed to work this time. Anyone else on the floor? If you have any other questions. Not about Billy Bob's. It's like Vegas. We got one. Perfect.
Can you guys just talk a little bit about your plans for World Cup finals? Ailish, did you come here with that on your radar, or is that something that kind of came to mind after today's result?
So I basically just started doing World Cup qualifiers a month and a half ago, maybe. So it was more for experience that I came here. Experience in a smaller ring, jumping tough courses, stuff like that. I still think it's a long shot for me, but I'm going to try my hardest to get there. I have one horse of this caliber, so I want to protect him, obviously, but it would definitely be a dream.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've had a couple of good results in the World Cups here, so for sure it's something that we can see how things are going over the first few months of next year, and we can make a decision then.
I think my sort of number one goal next year would be to get on the team to go to the World Games in Herning. So that'd be my focus. I'm going to kind of see how this horse progresses, and if I think it makes sense for him to go, and that it would be good experience before that championship, then that would be something I would consider.
Maybe if the World Cup final come to Fort Worth, we can have a discussion about it.
Would you build it?
If the World Cup come to the Fort Worth, we're gonna.
Would I go clean?
We have to discuss that behind the scenes.
It's Texas. She's packing. Be careful. Anyone else have anything they'd like to ask our riders, or Derek, or Aaron, or Anderson? Y'all must be tired. Late at night. Thank you, everyone, for coming, especially our riders. Mr. Swale, I believe there's a nice new timepiece on that table for you. We'll ask everyone to stand for pictures while you hold your new watch there. It's very beautiful.